The US dollar strengthened against most of its rivals on Tuesday, as investors digested Fed Chair Jerome Powell's speech at Jackson Hole, where he signaled that the central bank could start tapering its bond purchases this year, but also stressed that rate hikes were not imminent. The dollar index, which measures the greenback against a basket of 6 major currencies, rose to 93.25, its highest level since early August. The euro weakened against the dollar and the pound, as the European Central Bank, ECB, remained cautious about the economic outlook and the pace of inflation in the Eurozone. ECB board member Isabel Schnabel said on Tuesday that inflation was likely to decline again next year and that the ECB would not react to temporary price pressures. She also said that the ECB's asset purchases were still needed to support the recovery and that any decision on tapering would depend on the data. The British pound recovered some ground against the dollar, but remained under pressure amid Brexit uncertainties and rising COVID-19 cases in the UK. Prime Minister Boris Johnson said on Monday that he would not rule out another lockdown in the winter if the situation worsened. Meanwhile, the UK and the EU continued to clash over the implementation of the Northern Ireland Protocol, which governs trade and customs arrangements between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK. The Japanese yen weakened against the dollar and the euro, as risk appetite improved and demand for safe haven assets diminished. Japan reported a record high number of daily COVID-19 infections on Tuesday, surpassing 25,000 for the first time. However, investors shrugged off the news, as Japan's vaccination rate increased and its death rate remained low. The yen also suffered from expectations that the Bank of Japan, BOJ, would maintain its ultra-loose monetary policy for longer than other major central banks.